the talking and start playing football.
Yeah, they were probably ready a while ago. Now they can just focus on it. It's done. The only talking they have to worry about now is post-game, and they hope that they'll be talking as the winning team.
And we'll see. You know, both sides come in with a game plan to start. We'll see how the adjustments are made throughout, because there are always adjustments in this game.
I want to see if they come out conservative, trying to minimize errors, or if they have enough confidence to attack early and try and take advantage of the other team's nervousness.
He's set. 19. Get the boy down. He's coming.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
Watson on first down. Rolling to his right. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a first down. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Check.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Mike 54. Hey, pick your game up. Check.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long.
Let's go. Let's bring it. 54. Right there. 54. Right there. 54. Mike. You don't want to pick up the ball. Mike 54. Mike 54. I'm coming. Mike 54. Mike 54. Time to go.
They'll try the air now with Watson. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often. Watson
just beating the play clock. And that incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So on fourth down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good. 3 points, probably not going to win this Super Bowl, but at least she gets something on the opening drive.
And it's certainly not going to lose it. So the bottom line is, come away with the points now, come back and get greedy later, and try and put it in the end zone.
Fairbairn now, following the made field goal, he'll send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30.
Here we go. Shoot! Shoot!
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Texans' 24-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. The tackle that time by William Hayes.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
Here we go. Be a long game for you.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. Cooper's got it. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of the Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Six, right there, 56. So we got man. Kill.
From the red zone now, Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, you need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
46, 46.
Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense.
41's coming. 41's the mic.
Oh, you got deep? Check 52.
Here we go, 47. He's crashing. Get him on. Rest. Hey, kill. 47. 26.
To throw is Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Cowboys have taken the lead.
As a former defender, I would be angry as well. Could not get off the field. Well-executed offensive drive. No matter what the defense tried, they couldn't stop them.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. And now out comes Houston. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10.
Check three. Get him down. 55. Come on. Get him down.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you can take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Check 55 for Mike. No chance.
Hey, check Mike.
Watson on 3rd down. That's complete to Meredith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His 2nd catch in the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a 1st down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Now a 1st down throw, Watson. The 20. That's caught by Meredith, right side. A huge play there for Houston. 46 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2 as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Here's Barkley, and Barkley did not get there. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
Nice hit, boy.
Brings up 4th and goal.
Set. 19. Line 54. Line 54. Let's get it. 54 down. He's coming. 54 must.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans have retaken the lead. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be taken short.
That's it, baby. We're going to
at their own 27-yard line.
Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. Intended that time for Cooper.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Check 37. Check 37. 6 guys. Check 24. Undercut.
Check nickel.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. About 3 yards there to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. I got him.
Check 26, check 26. 9.
Check 13, check 13.
24. Check. 9.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now a play fake here on first down. Steps away to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. That's a corner that got in there for the sack. Dante Jackson.
Now that was something, and it wasn't good. In one play, you've gone from being in the red zone to maybe out of field goal range. Totally inexcusable.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long.
Mike 54, Mike 54. Stop your whining. Watch the ship, watch the ship.
24.
Watch the ship, watch the ship. It's the same.
Here's Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
They work again from the 38 on second and 10.
We're going to 53. Back.
Prescott. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Check 55, come on. Hey, I'm coming. Shoot.
A handoff to Barkley. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
I'm coming. Wait. Kill. Turn it up. Kill. Turn it up. Hey, watch that.
Alert.
54.
Watson now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. He just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. 2 minutes even on the clock in the first half of Super Bowl 54. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Hey, look, 48. Look, hey, we gonna make the 48 right now. Let's go. I don't even know why this team. 48 months. 48 months. All day, baby. All day. All day. All day.
On second and goal, Watson. That's complete, right around the 8. A nice job to get 11 out of that pass play, but now they face a third and goal.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
The Texans on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a third and goal here. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A 4-yard touchdown run. And the Texans will extend their lead. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. It's good to make it 17-7. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Now he'll throw deep left side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. 19 yards that time for number 19. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
Throwing again is Watson. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And down to the 29-yard line. 46 yards on the play. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Forced out to his left. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
His throw caught at about the 5. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Reset, 19. Let's go. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch.
Out of the gun, Watson. Being chased out left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half.
With the score, Texans 17, Cowboys 7.
The never tedious halftime show behind us, and now it's back to football as we get going again in Super Bowl 54. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Second half starts with a carry by Elliott. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
It's 2nd and inches at the 35-yard line.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down.
He's not going to get me.
Prescott to throw it. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Let's go.
It's a gain of 33. That's good for a Cowboys first down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30.
Kill.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Jadeveon Clowney, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Kill. Push him back. Check. Fresh down. We go 46. Check 41.
Prescott now. Open man right side is Ingram. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
No. Do. Here we go, 47. 26.
Throwing, Prescott. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
The Texans take over first down 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here first and 10 at their 25-yard line. Watson. Flushed out. And a big loss here as he's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence. Excellent job on that play. A big loss. 18 yards.
It's second down.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile.
Touchdown defense. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Back to throw, Watson. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
day, dog.
Watson on first down. Going deep here for Bryant. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Check 3, check 3.
54! Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Come, boys.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Time to go. Night.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Marr now to add the extra point. And he gets it to go, and we're all even, 17 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
The Texans take over first and 10. Let's go. At their own 25-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now it's Watson. And he's got his man on the out route. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Faking the give. Now Watson. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski
different
was an
things for
interception.
different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a
too many
syllable
syllables.
word.
Yeah.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Here we go, D. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. 54. Mike 55. Mike 55. Hey.
Fresh off the pick six, it's Watson. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Taco Charlton. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Watch the twist.
Right there. 54, Mike.
Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo! Mike's 54.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. The Texans send the punter out. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team.
Here we go.
At their own 35-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They start on the ground with Elliott. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
You remember this? Let's go, baby. Hey, kill. 47.
Off the play fake, Prescott. And it's intercepted. He was trying to give it to Ridley. Picked off by Justin Reed. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
After the interception, here's Watson rolling to his left. And that'll be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, Make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
55, 955, let's go, team.
Throwing again. Watson. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And that is incomplete. A 4th and very long coming up. You're out of field goal range. I don't know that you can go for this.
Well, I know that you want to, right? You know that they want to say, hey, let's go for this. We've got the perfect play drawn up. Let's do it. But I wouldn't go for it either. I agree with you totally. You're only down 1 score. Punt it. Let your defense pick you up.
Now Watson. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Jabril Peppers, the former first-round pick, there on the coverage. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? You want to go for it here? We shut you down. They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
Man, I got you. He's coming. Kill. We got double up. Switch. Let's go. My ball.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
We own them. 41 Mike, right here. 41 Mike. I'm all winning.
From the 40 now on second down. Prescott, throw left side, complete to Ingram. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Prescott now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Watch the shift. He's checking. Crash. We're going to go 47. 26.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, 33 yards. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Mike 5-4. Bring it. So don't say nothing.
From the gun, here's Watson. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
But sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Watson to throw again. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down. That's just his 2nd catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game, and they've done a great job of doing that.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike, strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Hey, if you kill it, motion me out.
Mike, 55. Mike, 59. I'm coming out.
Now Watson going to throw again. Dancing to his left. And an alley to run. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
The Texans on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Here's a give to Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game.
Mike 5-4. I got you, pump. Check 3, check 3.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson buying time to his left. Caught left side Hopkins. His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Right there, 54 Mike. Hey, here we go. Mike 54.
Now a first down throw, Watson. And an alley to run. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Clock running under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Watch his flat.
Mike 55.
Watson now, operating from the gun. He's got Fuller. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here, not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Now Watson on 3rd and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down.
Watch the twist. Mike 50. Let's go, baby.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. Steps away to his left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Texans have cut it to within a score.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, you know.
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The give to Elliott off tackle. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on 1st down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. From the 30 on second down, Prescott, and he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. It's a gain of 5, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
3 down, 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down, 3 down.
And they, in fact, will throw it. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is fielded at the 7. A big hitter that time in the punt game. 66 yards on the boot. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
Set. 19. Here we go, G. Here I come. Alert. To the guard. And the go.
Now it's Watson. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Set. 19.
He'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. The first down screen pass, good for 5. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
I'm coming for you. Watch the safety. 9. Hey, 31. Watching your time. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
Too little, cut. Here we go.
He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Switch. Hey, 24. Mike 55. Over. Slant. Watch the slant.
Mike.
Back to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3. What a Super Bowl this has been, and the biggest play comes now. It's 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Watson, he's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
It's a turnover on down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Cut. Check. We're going to 54 right here.
Well, Prescott here to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Dallas Cowboys will hoist the Lombardi Trophy. They are the kings of the NFL. For the victors, getting to hoist that Lombardi trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. But the accomplishment, forever.
And they end this year just how everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi trophy. What a season for them. What a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gunn. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next season right here on EA Sports.